You know that feeling when you stumble upon something incredible, completely by accident? Maybe you were looking for something else entirely. Well, today we're diving deep into the power of those unplanned moments. We're going to explore this idea of serendipity and how it can totally reshape our lives, often when we least expect it. And this quote, it just hits the nail on the head, right? It suggests that the biggest opportunities in life don't always shout at us. Nope, they often whisper. And they do it while we're completely distracted with our own plans. It's such a great reminder to keep your ears open to the unexpected. Okay, so what is serendipity officially? The dictionary will tell you it's luck, but a specific kind. It's the luck of finding something amazing that you weren't even searching for. It's more than just a random fluke. It's about those happy little accidents that end up meaning so much. But definitions can be a little dry. To really get a feel for how serendipity works in the real world, we're going to jump into a personal story from our source material. And it all starts with a very simple, very practical decision that ends up going somewhere, well, somewhere much, much deeper. So the story kicks off with a goal that I think we can all relate to, right? The author's plan was super straightforward. Get a new job, make more money. That's it. This wasn't some grand quest for purpose or passion project. It was a purely practical move to improve their finances. Or so they thought. But life rarely sticks to our neat little plans, does it? The truly valuable thing that came out of this job wasn't the bigger paycheck. It was the people. These new connections, totally unplanned and unexpected, started weaving this new, richer story that turned a simple job into a massive turning point. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. These new connections weren't all sunshine and rainbows. They pretty much split into two completely opposite groups. And it was this stark contrast between the good and the bad that led to a huge realization for the author. So on one side, you had what the author calls cool and interesting people. Even if those friendships were just surface level, they were a positive force. But on the other side, they met people described as crappy, lazy fools. It was this whole spectrum of humanity, from the inspiring to the infuriating, that really set the stage for a major breakthrough. I absolutely love this metaphor from the source. It just perfectly sums up those good, unexpected friendships, doesn't it? They don't have to make perfect sense. They don't have to match. Sometimes the best connections are just wonderfully weird, like two mismatched socks giving each other a high five. It just works. So, what's the point of all this? What's the big takeaway? Well, this mix of good and bad encounters wasn't just a bunch of random stuff happening. It sparked a really powerful insight. The author realized that it wasn't really about the other people at all. It was about what these interactions revealed about their own journey and their own purpose. And this leads to a pretty profound question. The author starts to wonder, could those negative experiences, being around those lazy people, actually be a good thing? Is it possible that seeing exactly what you don't want to be is one of the clearest ways to figure out who you do want to be? And the answer was a huge yes. The whole experience boiled down to a few key lessons. All that drama from the negative people, it taught them that life is just too busy for that nonsense. Seeing their lack of effort, it just made it crystal clear how important it is to always do your best. In the end, those negative examples actually strengthened their own resolve, proving that you can find meaning in the most unlikely and even frustrating places. This new clarity wasn't just a feeling either. It turned into a real, actual plan. The job was no longer just about the money. It became a tool. As you can see, the new mission was, use the job to earn, use the earnings to travel, use the travel to reach new heights, and use all of that to create a life filled with genuinely better moments. And the entire journey leads to this, what might be the most powerful realization of all. This is the ultimate takeaway. After dealing with all those people, good and bad, the author realized their focus shouldn't be on anyone else's drama or story. It's about being the main character in your own life. So, as we wrap things up, I want to leave you with this question to chew on. That job was supposed to be about money, but serendipity turned it into a search for meaning. So take a look back at your own life. Think about it. How have those unplanned connections, those mismatched sock friendships, shaped who you are today?